You might have heard something like this while scrolling on social media.
Once upon a time, this way of life wasn't called homesteading.
You know the food system is broken when you have to pay more.
But what is homesteading?
Homesteading is just choosing to invest in home and reclaiming those skills a little bit at a time.
That's Gabe and Tia Adams. They own Half a Barn Farms in Wake Forest. While the idea of farming or self-sustainability aren't new, more and more young people are getting into it. Much like Scott and Hillary Shelton, who own Heal the Land Farm. They say empty shelves during COVID encouraged them to start.
Well, if the grocery stores aren't going to have what we need, we better learn how to grow it ourselves.
They started with meat chickens in their backyard, but now they have land and a variety of animals.
The animals are very habit forming.
And it's those habits that set the tone for every day.
We have our morning chores that we do. We have afternoon and evening chores, and those are a given every day.
Chores like feeding and watering the chickens, pigs, and goats, bottle feeding a calf, and even milking the cows.
She's producing more milk right now than she has this entire time.
But the Sheltons say you don't have to have lots of land or animals.
You don't need 100 acres or 50 acres. You need to start with what you got.
That's exactly how the Adams got their start.
We bought a house on 0.28 acres.
The gardens were the gateway to chickens, and then chickens, when we moved here, were the gateway to all of the other animals that we have.
They want to help others embrace the start where you are idea.
We'll come out to their property, assess their sun, shade, topography, right, where their water is, all those sorts of things, and then talk to them about what their goals are.
Channing Perdue, owner of Farms Helping Families, also hopes to help those in the community.
People started asking more questions about how to grow chickens, how to grow pigs, how to milk goats, and so I started teaching classes, and it just grew from there.
Social media also plays a role in the growth of homesteading.
So what we want to do is to help people who are overwhelmed by all of the content on the internet.
And while this can be a good thing, it can also lead to misrepresentations.
We have had clients that are very, very far politically left, very, very far politically right, everywhere in between.
The Sheltons also hope to encourage the next generation to pursue this lifestyle, like Liam, who lives and works with them on their farm.
I'm learning how to take care of animals. I'm learning how to process chickens.
Liam says he's also working to correct some of those misconceptions.
The amount of discipline it takes. I think social media and online can really fantasize farm life, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but I think a lot of people see farming as just riding horses, milking cows, and collecting eggs. Like, a lot of it is hard labor and discipline.
The Sheltons have one main goal.
We want to heal our land. We want to heal not just the land here that we actually purchased, but our nation.
In Tar Heel, North Carolina, Stephen Schlink reporting.